What's up, everybody? It's your boy back with another reaction video, and I'll be reacting to Blood of Zeus Season 1, Episode 6. Now, we left off last time. Hera was being a huge bitch and helping Heron's twin brother, who is the antagonist of this story, kill him. She told him to get the sword that Zeus made for Heron that can cut through anything. Like fucking Wolverine claws. Some shit. I mean, that thing cuts through stuff. It's almost like a vibrating blade. Like with no effort, he walked and it just cut through a vase. Like he slashed it. So really, that thing can cut through anything, even things made by the gods. Um, now Zeus actually intervened and kept Heron from being killed by him, which it appears that was part of Hera's plan because they show her smirking because Zeus helped him and kept Heron from dying, from being killed by his brother. And he was just raining down lightning bolts like it was free. And Poseidon gave him a look like, didn't we talk about this? It's like, you know, he fucked up, right? You know, he fucked up. But yeah, and Zeus looked like he knew he fucked up. And Hera looked like, oh yeah, he fucked up. But yeah, we gonna see. I guess we gonna see what repercussions come with Zeus helping his son, even though Hera's been like helping old dude. But I guess she hasn't really technically been physically helping. She's been giving him information. So maybe that's different than actually physically helping him. And she hasn't. I guess she technically hasn't done anything herself because she got some other creatures to plant that idea in the king's head that Zeus, one of the kids, gonna come out as Zeus's kid, kill it. So she didn't technically do it, like go in the king's head, plant that in. She had somebody else do it. So I guess you could say technically she hasn't broken the rules of God's interfering with human affairs. But I guess we'll see. Cause she just looked real happy when after Zeus helped Haran, and everyone was like what? We haven't seen, you know who? I said we haven't seen Hades yet. Like we seen Poseidon, but Hades is in hell. I guess unless somebody goes to hell or has to go to hell, we might not see him. I feel like we're gonna see him. Like if this gets picked up, if they don't show him this season, and this gets picked up again, they probably want to at least show him in season 2 for maybe Heron needs his help or something. He has to go to Hades or something for some reason. But anyway, let's get into this. Here we go. He made sure he went back and got that sword. He saw the sword second he heard up again. He's like, this weapon is awesome. Like he didn't even look. Well, I guess he can call that spear back from wherever. So I had a feeling he's gonna throw that at her. Shit. He threw that thing. He's like, fuck you, bitch. He don't like following rules.
Strike a god.
How dare you send me to kill a man protected by one? Find someone else to do your dirty work.
Zeus has entered the fray, but it doesn't change my plans.
Like, fuck your plans, bitch.
I need you to find the Cauldron of Darkness.
Damn, bitch, you got me doing a bunch of shit.
Too many eyes are fixed on me. you can move more freely.
Everyone, dude, Zeus told everybody. He said that bitch down there conspiring with the demons and shit. He's like, don't be getting on me, get on her. Shit. Zeus like, I was just trying to crush Poon, and it would have been fine if she hadn't planted the seed in the dude's head.
Avios, this is our chance to redeem ourselves. He knows what we did.
What did they do?
It's your fault, and I am coming back to haunt you.
Well, he's probably gonna be dead too. So.
Can you help me kill Seraphim?
I can help you do much more than that.
This is Flying Nimbus. It was like Goku, like Flying Nimbus. Oh, these the Hawks from Lord of the Rings. Oh, it's a fucking griffin or a phoenix. I don't know. Kind of got like a lion's body. There's a holy shh. He just displaying like, oh yeah, I'm a god. I guess he like no point in hiding it. No. Guess he never been that high before. Is in that time period, why would you ever go that high? Like, how would you ever go that high? Plus, he doesn't have a saddle either. They're hard to hold on. Is he flying to, I don't know, Olympus? Let me guess, that's Ares and Athena. I did not think this was gonna happen. Like, he's gonna go up there this early. Thought this was gonna be like a season 2 thing. It's like we on Netflix, we don't know we're gonna get a season 2, so. Someone said he couldn't keep it in his pants. What? Hermes is a half breed too. So, man, why are y'all motherfuckers so big? And Apollo, isn't he like a half breed?
How dare you bring that bastard to Olympus?
How dare you conspire against me? I don't want a war with you.
Why bring him here?
Because it was the only way to make amends. Everything happening on Earth is my fault.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
You should have thought of that before you slept with that whore.
She wasn't a whore. She
I
didn't.
swear, I will never stray again.
That's a lie.
Under one condition.
Anything.
His head.
I'd have been slowly backing up. I'm like,
You choose a mortal over your wife? Over us?
I choose what is right.
Right for you. We will not stand for this.
Be careful. Only a fool would trust Hera.
Only a fool
I trust you.
would anger her.
Oh, damn. Like, who the fuck, like, is Hera, like, that badass? Yeah, like, it was like everybody's scared of her more than Zeus, the king of the gods. I mean, she's the queen, but still. Like, Zeus, like, I got all y'all motherfuckers out of Kronos.
Not all demigods have divine strength. But I believe you do. Let's find out.
He's like, I'm not Hercules, alright. He clearly has some type of enhanced strength because he picked up that pillar. Oh. Oh.
Can be defeated by strength or anger. Perseus did not slay Medusa with anger. Even Hercules needed his wits to defeat Antaeus. True power is found when one is calm.
Where the fuck are those motherfuckers? Like, maybe they can help me. It's like, shit. It's definitely where's Hercules? Someone with superhuman strength. I want the Luferino Hercules. He's throwing bears and shooting out of space. It's not only is he fighting a robot, but he's fighting a giant robot.
Enough!
You still just attacking and brute force. You didn't listen to anything he said.
Your anger is unyielding. You think it gives you strength, but you don't know what real strength is.
Oh, like, I'm sorry, I don't have lightning powers, motherfucker. Like, he's the son of a god. He's not a god.
I might have been wrong about him.
Well, you won't know training him like that.
He needs to learn quickly.
And what he needs is a father.
Yeah, not a coach. Like, let me show you true power, something that you will never have, and just blow up the thing with my magical power. Like, I can't do that. That doesn't help me at all.
I'm fine.
Like, Zeus don't know how to be gentle with anybody. He like, I usually just bang the chick and then leave. Attack his joints. Ooh. At least he can take a beating. I feel like a normal human would have been dead by now.
Heron, let your anger go.
I can't! How could you let her die?
He's still thinking about his mom.
Even I, at times, am powerless.
How can you let Seraphim live?
Your mother wouldn't want me to kill him, because Seraphim is her son too.
I like that they just tell it this. It's not like everybody talking in code and shit. They just like, hey, that's your brother. It is like Hera told her, hey, that was your mom, and Heron is your brother.
You said the giant remains are the source of their power.
If you destroy them, the demons they spawned will die.
You'd need an army to march into Meladoni.
A small force could slip through. The demons don't even bother guarding it.
Yeah, because everyone who tries to cross it dies.
Can you show us?
I feel like he might betray them, and then they betray them, then they're gonna end up redeeming himself later on. Dude, use your brain. Like you this is clearly isn't working. You just keep attacking him. Like, it's not working. There it is. See the joints. You gotta get in there. Underneath the armor. Damn. I ain't expect that to go flying through his body. I like how Festus had to tell this dude, like, listen, he's not gonna learn by you just yelling at him. Like, he's never had a father. That's interesting. They did a spider web type thing, like they do it, because they show like them cut people's hair with scissors. When they die, they cut their hair with scissors. I guess they had the strains of people's fates all over the place.
Free will and fate coexist.
Oh, I thought they were gonna have them as blind with one eye.
If the baby continues, it will fall.
That's clear to you long before it is to the child. You have foresight, while the baby does not.
But that doesn't mean you've taken the...
I like how they all different ages. They're like, one's like a teenager, one's like look like they might be middle aged, and then the other one's like elderly.
The coming days will affect many. The fate of the world rests in your hands, Aaron.
To succeed, you must harness your divine strength.
You must get superpowers.
You now approach a crossroad.
Alexia and the others. The fields of the dead. They need my help. Will they die?
They don't know. It depends on, I guess, what path you choose. Like, if you choose this path, they're going to die. You choose that path, they don't.
Where are you going?
My friends need me.
The world needs you. You're not ready.
That was kind of weird the way that ended. So, like I said, I like that's interesting. I like how they did the whole Fate, Sister of Fates thing, where they got the, like I said, the teenage and kind of like the adult one, and then the elderly one, and the tree keep coming back to life and dying. That's kind of cool, and I like they use the spider as like the string of fate, you know, and but yeah, I like that, but it's very reminiscent of I mean, it's reminiscent of other story, but the first thing I thought of when he was like training him, saying he's not ready, was Empire Strikes Back, when Luke Skywalker left to go help his friends and fight Darth Vader. Even though he knew he wasn't ready, he got his ass whooped and lost a hand and everything because of that. And then time jump, he's a Jedi Knight now in Return of Jedi. It's like, yeah, you didn't know that? Like, yeah, we did he got all that training off screen. Like, duh. Like, you thought we were gonna go through all that training on screen? Like, no. What are you gonna do? We gonna do a montage? Like, no. But yeah, but I'm curious. They said unlock his godly powers. I'm curious if it's gonna be like he's just gonna become a god. Is he gonna get strength similar to like Hercules or something like that? Because I like that they pointed out, because I was curious about that, where this takes place in the history of the other, sons of Zeus, where like Hercules or Perseus, stuff like that, people like that, and they've already come and gone. So we already know that this is after those guys. So. But didn't Hercules become like a god? Wasn't he like raised to godhood? I don't remember if all of them were. But I could have sworn I read like mythology that Hercules became a god. I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, I'm curious to see his power. And then I also think back because they showed that damn. Oh, now I'm thinking about Clash of the Titans, the remake of the what was that movie? 67. The original Clash of Titans. 67, 68, something like that. But I know in the remake, like what was his name? Sam Worthington. Like he had like when he gave into his godlyhood, he was able to do a lot. He was able to fight. Like I guess like a god. Like combat came natural to him, and then his strength and everything started increasing. Like everything just he just became better overall. I mean, he didn't become a Hercules as far as like his superhuman strength, but he just got better. He became like a Captain America almost of like deities, I guess you could say, as far as like his abilities. But yeah, I'm curious to see what I keep saying Heron's like what he's going to become when he, I guess, gives into and accepts his godlyhood. I mean, shit, that's all you had to tell me. They're like, oh yeah, if you give into your God side, like you are the son of a god. If you give into the God side, you will unlock your godlyhood and become at least a demigod. You may not be on the level of a Zeus or any of the other gods, but you'll be close. Shit, that's all you had to say. I don't know how the fuck I unlock this. I'm like, do I do this to meditate? Like, what do I have to do? I'm like, come on, let's go, let's get it. But I know he's gonna He's going to go save his friend. Because one thing, we need all those people for this show. They can't all die. And then it's just Heron. Like, no. Because he's going to end up, because clearly they've already established that that woman, that Amazonian, is a love interest. So she's not going to die. I don't think the other two guys are going to die. At least, I don't think they're going to die this season. But you never know. They might throw a curveball, and maybe one of them die. Maybe both of them die. Never know. I think all those other guys, they're going to die. They kind of just like, we need some people here to give the feel of stakes. So we met these guys, and we're going to have them die horribly. That way the main characters don't have to die. But yeah. So Hera went to Hades to tell you. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Hades is like, listen, I'm neutral in this, because I don't even. He's like, I don't even live on Mount Olympus. So he like has his whole own domain to himself. You know, so like if I was him, I was like, I'm not involved in that shit. I'd be like, don't bring that shit down here. This is my domain. I am God here. You know, because I remember reading something. Because you know, of course, when people start interpreting that, you know, the Greek mythology and stuff like that, the gods, new things come out compared to when I read them, like when I was very young. But I remember reading something like, like Hades was actually the more compassionate of the. He just happened to draw the short straw between Zeus, Poseidon, and himself. So like Poseidon got domain over the ocean. Zeus pretty much has domain over the sky, and Hades has domain over the underworld. But some, like, I've read things where they're like, well, Hades actually probably rivals Zeus more so than like even Poseidon in like godly power. He just kind of, but he seems to more like kind of just go with it. Like even when he drew the short straw, he was like, hey, that's what we agreed to. I drew the short straw, and I got to go to the underworld. He was like, well, hey, a deal's a deal. I made that deal. I agreed to it. You know, Zeus got the better end of it. Poseidon got the second best end of it, and I'm the third wheel. But he didn't attack, you know, Zeus or anything. And anything I've read, like he didn't, like, I don't, you know, from, of course this is all fake. It's not real, but I'm just saying, like, from what people wrote back then. Like, it didn't show Hades get angry. People even worship Hades because he was in the writing deemed as the more compassionate one. Like, he didn't show wrath in it, and because a lot of, you know, people created gods and stuff to make sense of the world around him. They're like, this is a lightning strike. It's Zeus because he's pissed off, you know, the ocean is getting all crazy because Poseidon is pissed off, you know, or you angered him, or you didn't pray enough, you know. It's like that. But Hades was like, I mean, Hades like, well, you come to me regardless. So why would I need to cause earthquakes or tsunamis or, you know, lightning and all this other shit, floods or whatever? He said, why would I need to do that? He said, I don't get in it. He said, so people prayed to Hades back then. I remember I read something about that they had, it was a like a what's the word I'm looking for? I keep thinking of church. That's not what it is. Like basically a place of worship, like a building. Wow, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but like a building where people went to worship, and they thought it was for Zeus, but when they start excavating it and finding like pottery and different stuff, like drawings and stuff and carvings, it was all for actually Hades and not Zeus. And that's what people like. Oh, the people actually worshipped Hades. But then when they start looking more into it and seeing that Hades seemed to be more of a compassionate person and not just like people just assume he's just pure evil. Because I think a lot of people were thinking about it in the terms of Christianity, where you have God and you have Satan. You have good and evil. That's it. There's no understanding Satan's like point of view. Like, no, he's just evil and that's it. And this is good. Good, evil, black and white. That's it, you know. But then you have that's why I like Lucifer so much, because it shows where even though he is the devil and he's the king of hell and stuff like that, it's not a black and white type thing. It's more of a shades of gray type area. Like, yeah, he hasn't really even done, bad things in that show. Like, he hasn't done anything evil. People just say what the devil made me do or put it on him, but he actually hasn't done anything evil. He's doing in that show, and in that mythology or whatever you want to call it, he's doing what God wants him to do. People come to hell and you punish them. That's it. Like, you are the king of hell, and an angel has to sit on the throne of hell. So an angel has to be in charge to make sure that people who are damned get the eternal punishment. So it would, like I said, it would be Lucifer or it would be somebody else, another angel. But since Lucifer rebelled against God, he's the one who sits on the throne of hell. He got choke slammed down to hell by God. But they just, like I said, similar to that, where Hades is not immediately an evil figure. People just, I think it's like I said, because of Christianity. People's, there's Zeus, who's basically like God or the son of God, Jesus or whatever, and then you have a Hades who's evil. But that's not how that works actually in that mythology. Even though technically, because even in Hades, because in Greek mythology, they have people go to like a heaven. So they don't go to Mount Olympus, but they go to like a heaven. But then you have people but that's reserved for like the really worthy individual. But the average Joe still goes to, not really, I forget what it's called, but it's not limbo. I don't think. It's like an in-between place. It's not hell. You don't go to Tartarus, but you go to a place where it's just, it's not, it's basically the place where you don't get punished. So it's like, it's kind of like, I guess you could say like a limbo, where it's like gray, like a gray forest. I forget what it's called, but it's like a gray forest, and you just kind of just wander for all eternity. So you get so pretty much is, you weren't bad enough to go to Tartarus, so when you be punished forever, but you weren't good enough to go to, I guess, like their heaven. It's kind of, it's very similar to, I guess, Nordic mythology, where they have Valhalla, where warriors go, people die in combat and stuff like that. They go to Valhalla, but everybody else who is just the average person, they go to like I can't remember the names of this place, but basically they go to like a purgatory type place where you're not being punished and you have more freedom than people in hell, but it's just like a gray, like forest type place, like you're just wandering around. So the only real thing is you don't get punished for all eternity. You can just walk freely around, walk around, and do your own thing there. But you don't go to hell, and that's just normal people. Like, you can worship the gods, but like in Northern mythology, it's pretty much everything is centered around war. So it's like you didn't die in combat, or you didn't die of honor. You weren't a warrior. So You don't go to Valhalla. You go to the. It was. I might be getting mixed up with Greek mythology. It was called something Fields, something, but I might be getting that mixed up with the actual heaven of Greek mythology. But yeah, you go to a purgatory just for being a decent person and not being evil. You go to something that just meh. But which is always interesting. Like you're not good enough to go to like, well, I guess the Greeks had it at least better, where you would go to a heaven, but you had to still had to do something. You had to be like a great person, worshiping the gods and stuff to go to that place. But if you were just like, yeah, I worship the gods at worship, well, you didn't worship the gods at all. You just went to this meh place. Like you didn't go to Tartarus, but you went to a wandering gray, foggy, forest where you just walk around. And like you don't get tortured at least, but it's meh for all eternity. So you're living in meh. But anyway, I've talked way longer than I wanted to. Hope you all enjoyed my reaction. One, if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below. Share this video. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.